If you are sick and tired of coming down steep and you want to start getting this club shallowing out and working from the inside, I have a great drill for you. Now, all you're going to need for this drill is a towel. I have this really cool magnetic golf towel that my dad got me for Christmas. Shout out to Pops for that. But you don't have to have a magnetic golf towel. You can use a normal golf towel. And what I would do is I would just get it damp, get it nice and wet, then wring it out, then it'll work just fine for this. So the biggest issue that I see with people trying to shallow out the club is they're trying to manufacture the shallowing in the backswing. So basically they're trying to get it really, really shallow. But naturally when we do that, we want to steepen it and pull it down in the downswing. We're not using the momentum of the club to be able to get the club to shallow out properly, and this, what I call the light to heavy drill, really, really helps you to do that. What we want to do is we actually want to get this club steep in the backswing, so that way this club will naturally want to work behind you and shallow out on its own. So we're going to start out doing this drill one hand at a time, and the reason why we want to do this is, one, if we use one hand at a time, the club's going to feel heavier. And two, it helps us understand what each arm is doing individually. Because if one arm's not doing its job, then the one that's trying to steepen the club is usually the one that's going to win. So if we understand what each arm is doing individually, it makes things a lot easier. So let's start out with the lead arm at first. And what we're going to do is just get in your normal grip here, then put your trail arm to your side. And what you're going to do is you're going to bring this club up, just like you would in the golf swing, but I want you to bring it up very steeply, almost to where it's standing straight up and down. Now, this is an exaggeration. You don't need to bring it up straight up and down in the golf swing, but if you're someone who has been trying to shallow out the club and you've been trying to manufacture that shallowing in the backswing, this is going to be a really, really good feeling for you, and you can tone it down when you get to it later. So we're going to feel this club go straight up like this. And the reason why it's called the light to heavy drill is because it should feel pretty light right here because it's straight up and down. But now we want to make it heavy by rotating our arm. And now once we get that like this, now it feels a lot heavier. I'm really using the muscles in my arm to be able to support this club. And then from here, I'm going to really want to turn my body and turn through there, and as the club is shallowing out nicely. So what's happening with our lead arm to get this to shallow out? So first, it's our humerus, which is our upper arm bone, which is internally rotating. Right? So if it's internally rotating, that's inward rotating, you can see how that rotates my elbow out like that, and that can help get the club shallowing out. And then it's also my forearm that's rotating inward as well. And those two together help get that club shallowing out. So next, we want to go to the trail arm and do the same thing. I'll get in several reps, 10, 20 reps with that lead arm, and then move to the trail arm. So now trail arm, again, I'm going to take my normal grip, take my lead hand, put it on my side. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to bring it up vertically like this, where it's going to feel very light. And then I want to make sure I'm getting a good turn. And then from there, I'm going to make it really, really heavy by rotating my arm this way. And then from there, I'm going to feel like I naturally just want to rotate through as the club is shallowing out. So with the trail arm, what's happening is the opposite, right? My trail arm is externally rotating. So you can think of that as losing an arm wrestling contest. That's essentially happening with the trail arm. And this is the one that gets most people. Most people want to bring that elbow the other way, and a lot of times that's what really steepens the club. So we really want to focus on getting that elbow to turn in like this. All right, so we're going to get that elbow turning in, and then also my forearm here is going to be rotating to where my palm is more up. So it's going to be rotating outward, and that gets that club to go from light to heavy, and then from there I can turn through. All right, so once we've done it with each arm individually, we've done 10 to 20 reps with each. We got a good feel for it. Now we can put both arms on the club and do the same thing. I'm going to feel this club going up to where it's nice and vertical, and it feels light. And I'm going to feel it get heavy as I start my downswing, and I'm going to turn through. I accidentally hit the golf ball there, but that's the feeling that we want to have as we're coming through there. All right, so again, get 10 to 20 reps. Feel that club working behind you, and when you feel that club working behind you, you're going to have the ability to now rotate. You're going to feel like, now I got that club behind me, I need to rotate to get to the golf ball. So if you've been struggling rotating and getting the body to open up, it's probably a big reason why. We have to get the club shallowing out. If I don't get the club shallowing out and then I rotate with that, well, now I'm just going to come way over the top and I'm going to hit terrible golf shots. So if you've been working on rotating your swing or rotating in the downswing, this is going to be a great drill for you to work on as well. Now, once we've got a good feeling with the towel, now we can take off the towel and try to get the same feeling without the towel. So go up steep, right? We want to feel this club straight up and down. Now I want to feel that club work behind me, and again, we want to feel this rotation with the trail arm, excuse me, the lead arm, and then I really want to feel my elbow work in with my trail arm, and I want to feel my palm kind of pointing up to the sky to get that club heavy, and then from there, I can really rotate through the swing and be able to stay in my posture much more easily. So once you put it all together, now, and you've got to where you can do it in a practice swing, now we can try to do it with the golf ball. And I'd start out really, really slow with the golf ball and see if you can do it there. So let's see if we can get one to shallow out nicely here. All right, so hit a nice solid one there, nice little draw, and I felt like I was going about 50% speed. In reality, it was more like 75% speed, but this is the way that you want to start out with it. Now, what you're likely going to find is you build up the speed faster and faster, and if you're getting the club to shallow out nicely, what you're likely going to find is that you're going to leave the face open because your wrists don't know exactly how to square up the face now that you're getting the body to open up, you're shallowing out the club, and you're getting the hands more in front. Either that, or you're going to have a really hard time getting the club to shallow when you're trying to speed it up, because your brain is saying, well, if I shallow out the club, the face is going to get really, really open, and then you come down steep and flip anyway, right? So that's why we need this one last piece to kind of tie it all together, and this is what we refer to as the anti-roll method. Now, if you've been watching any top speed golf videos, you've probably heard us talk about the anti-roll method, and you're probably tired of hearing about it, but the reason why we keep pushing this is because it's really one of the best drills out there to help you to get shaft lean, compression, and to really increase your consistency. So if you'd like to check out the video, I'm going to play a preview of it here in a second, but if you'd like to see the whole video, all you have to do is click the iCard that's going to appear up on your screen, or you can click the link in the description below. Play well, and I'll talk to you soon.
Here's the bottom line. If you've been taught to roll the club in the early downswing, that causes the shaft to get steep, and that steep club causes all your problems. It causes you to hit it way behind the big hitters and way inconsistent with your quality of strike. So you're in the tall grass and the trees and the hazards all day long. Now the great news is this, there's really only two pieces that you need to know to fix all these problems. The first one is we need to learn the proper way to square up the club face. Instead of rolling the forearms and getting steep, there's another way that the pros do this. Once you learn this right way to square up the club face, then you can shallow out from the inside and everything starts to fit together. Now I'm going to teach you this right now in what I call the anti-roll method. You may also hear this called the motorcycle move or the tour twist, but let's walk through exactly how to do that. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and go kind of in the last parallel in the downswing. So here, I want my hips to go ahead and be opening up. I want my club to be parallel with the ground, and I want my hands to be in front of my right thigh. Now when I take my grip, you're going to notice that when I do this, the club face is basically straight up and down. So if I'm looking at it from this angle, you'll see the face is straight up and down, and my logo of my glove is pointed out in front of me. Now from there,